Welcome back to my channel. So since I did my grooming video with Bear, a lot of you have been asking me to do more videos with him, and I really didn't know what else I could do because I really didn't think that the life of a dog was all that exciting. But I thought that I would answer some of your questions and throw in a couple other questions, and we'll have a little Q&A session with Bear. So the first question is, what breed is Bear? Bear is a Maltese. I am honestly not sure if he has some sort of mix in him or not. His birth certificate says that he's a pure Maltese, but he is pretty large, so that's kind of why myself and some other people usually kind of think he has something else mixed in, but I'm not sure. There's no real way that I can be completely sure. So I just kind of go with what it says on his birth certificate. Why is he so big? Again, it could be his breed. He could have a mix in him or something. Maltese are supposed to be a little bit smaller. He was actually only supposed... My cats just tore off in front of me. He was supposed to be 9 pounds full grown when I got him. That's what I was told. He is about just under 20 pounds, I believe, so he pretty much got really, really big, and I'm not really sure why. I do have a friend, though, who has a Maltese as well, and he is very large as well, so maybe it's just something that happens sometimes. I'm not too sure. This is from my grooming video. A lot of people were asking me, how do I get rid of tear stains? For those that don't know, tear stains are when you kind of see like a dog has stains in his eyes right here. They're called tear stains, and you can usually get a kind of solution to help remove them. I actually tried that when he was little and it never really worked. What I do is I just don't let them get to that point. I don't let them get stains. So whenever his eyes are leaking and they have dried a little bit, I'll just pick out the crusty bits, and if it gets a little bit too stained, sorry, my cats are going insane right now. If it gets a little bit too stained, I will just gently clip out the stains. So I'm always kind of keeping up with his eye routine. But yeah, so just keep up with it and just don't let it get to the point where it's actually like dripping down his face and staining your dog. What does he eat? Bear eats holistic food. It is called... I believe it was called Holistic Blend, but I think that they changed the name of it. I will find it and let you guys know. But that is what he eats all the time. I don't give him... Now my cat is rubbing on my tripod, okay. I don't let him eat any of the kind of grocery store brands like Iams or Kibbles and Bits and all that kind of stuff, because it actually makes him quite sick. A lot of those products kind of have ingredients in them that aren't too good for your dog. Anytime that I have given him those kinds of foods, he has vomited up like yellow or green bile, and if your dog is doing that often, like, that's not normal, and that's probably a sign that you should change his food. So he's been totally fine on holistic type foods. Where did you get him? I got Bear actually from a family who had got him from a breeder, and they had had him for about 2 weeks, and then they decided that they didn't want to care for a dog anymore. Smart purchase. So luckily I found him and I got him from this family. I, of course, am an advocate for getting pets from shelters and everything. Our cats have come from shelters, and you know that I do like rescue work and stuff like that and help out the shelter as much as I can. But I also thought that this was kind of helping out a family. Who knows where he would have been if they had just given him to a shelter or something like that. So I kind of took him off of their hands. The night that I actually got him, I wasn't sure if I was gonna be coming home with a dog. I lived at home at this time with my mom. What are you doing? What are you doing? Anyways, I didn't know if I was going to be coming home with a dog or not. I went with my brother's girlfriend, now wife, and we drove up to the home of this couple, and they had a little 3-year-old daughter. And the moment that I saw him, I was like, I need this dog like right now. He was so cute. He was just this little tiny white fluff ball, and the little 3-year-old girl was kind of carrying him in her arms, and he was just so cute. And I was like, wow, okay, I need this dog, right? So I took him home. I didn't tell my mom that I was getting a dog. I took him home, and when I got home, I kind of like hid him in my jacket, and I had this like big smile on my face when I got in, and she just looks at me and she's like, what did you do? And then I like pulled out this little dog from my jacket, and she just like melted too. My mom is total animal lover like I am, so I just pulled out this like little white fluff ball, and we all just kind of like fell in love with him, and that was kind of how he came into my life. Why did you name him Bear? I was actually trying to come up with names for like a long time. When I first got him, I had no idea what to call him, and I saw the name somewhere, Paddington, and I was like, that is such a cute name for like a little dog, like Paddington Bear, like the books. So that's kind of where he got his name from. His full name was supposed to be Paddington Bear, but he just kind of became Bear, and that was the story kind of behind his name. It fit, and he's snuggly like a little teddy bear, so I just kept it. How old is he? Bear will be 9 years old in August of this year, 2015. So he is getting a little older, but he still has a lot of life left in him. He still acts like a baby most of the time, so hold on there, Bear. You got lots of years left. Can he do any tricks? He can. I taught him a bunch of tricks. Bear, do you want to do some tricks? Twirl. Twirl. Sit. Bark. Down. High five. What quirky things does he do? He kind of does a lot of like weird little quirky things. One of the things that comes to mind is every time before he eats, I will put his bowl of food down, and he will kind of like rub his face all over the carpet first, and he'll pull out little pieces of food, put it on the floor, and he will like push it with his nose across the floor, and he will do that like a bunch of times until he is satisfied that he has successfully pushed enough little pieces of food, and then he will start eating. So I have no idea why he does that, but yeah, that's just kind of like a weird little quirk that he does. What nicknames do I call him? I call him Monkey all the time. I call him... This is gonna sound so stupid, and I have no idea why I really call him this, but I call him Pumpy all the time. I think because I used to just call him Puppy, but then it kind of changed into like Pumpy. I don't really know why, but I call him Pumps or Pumpy all the time. Monkey. What else do I call you? Just kind of whatever comes out of my mouth, I guess. But Pumpy, Monkey, and sometimes like Bo will, he's getting restless now. Come here. Oh. What does your relationship with your pet mean to you? I honestly like can't even imagine life without my little bear. He has been like my best friend for like 8 or 9 years now, and it's just awesome. I don't know what I'm gonna do without him one day. Alright, I think that Bear has had enough. He's kind of getting a little bit restless right now, so I hope that you guys liked this video. I hope that I answered some of your questions about him. And if you want to check out that grooming video, you can do that. I will link it below. He just had a haircut the other day, so he's nice and clean again. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, like this video if you think Bear is like the cutest dog ever, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! Oval shape. So we're gonna make little blocks that kind of make up the oval shape. So we're gonna paint maybe couple squares, just random shapes, and you want to make sure that whatever you are working on in watercolor, you want to make sure that if you don't want the colors to blend together, you either want to go back in when